All right, friends. Excuse me. Welcome into the Golden Tee Lounge. Kevin Lindsay here. It's time to take a look at the PGA Tour. We're going to kick things off looking through the PGA Tour Caddy app really quick, and then we'll jump into some TPC Sawgrass. We are 6 days away from the World Championship, which is still hard to believe. Chris Longino, big shout out to him. Him and Chad Trump will be commentating with myself and Adam Kramer throughout next weekend. He had me on his podcast, Mr. Longino did earlier in the week, so feel free to check that out on iHeartRadio or Spotify. Talk through some of where I come from, the world of Golden Tee, but also the World Championship. Will there be betting odds at the Westgate for this year's World Championship, etc. So let's go ahead and get started with the PGA Tour Caddy app. If you've never downloaded the Caddy app, it's very I'm just going to go into the App Store here on iOS. I'm going to type in GT PGA Tour. I already have it downloaded, but in the instance that you don't, this open button would say download instead. Go ahead and click on that. Once it downloads, it should be pretty quick. Go ahead and open that, and then you will get a screen similar to this as the Caddy loads. So I'm already logged in to my account here, but let me log out really quick. So if this is your first time getting into the Caddy app, let's see if it actually... Yeah, look at that. Hides my password. So if you have an existing account that you use with the Golden Tee Caddy as is, if you log in at goldentee.com or Livewire, use that same account here. Click login. If you're having any issues, go ahead and click forgot password or forgot username. The PGA Tour Caddy app has a little bit different of an interface here. On the homepage, you see all the news stories, the latest and greatest news stories from goldentee.com, and then lots of icons here. The most important one, though, for those of you playing on the new Golden Tee PGA Tour edition cabinets out there, is the login and pay using your phone here at the bottom. So tap that icon at the bottom. You will get a very similar screen, whether you're on iOS or Android. It's going to have your member name, which is your nickname, and then your ID, which is your player or persona ID. Click Next. Always automatically select here. This is what it looks like on iOS. It may be similar or slightly different on Android, but this basically allows you to take your phone, open the wallet feature, and tap the NFC device on the PGA Tour deck and go right into player check-in. This instance, it's going to tell me it already contains that. No big deal. The biggest difference for a lot of people is that this is technically a new game. While they do communicate with existing Golden Tee live games out there, and the Golden Tee courses will have some crossover for the time being, this is technically still a new game. And so when it comes to equipment and clothing on the PGA Tour is brand new. It's all recreated, new designs and everything that are built in 4K. I know a lot of people are disappointed or upset that their existing clothing doesn't transfer over, but again, that clothing is going to be existent on Golden Tee live games through the next 5 years that we support them, with new courses and whatnot through 2026. So you're not losing anything, you're just not getting that same clothing and whatnot with the PGA Tour. There's a rhyme and a reason for it, and it's just something that a lot of that old art was not rendered. Well, none of it was rendered for 4K, I can tell you that. Much less the last couple of years, even though that stuff was rendered for 1080, there's still kind of a cutoff that we wanted to have between Golden Tee Live and Golden Tee PGA Tour. And a lot of the clothing you'll unlock throughout playing the game using the Golden Tee points as experience points now. Instead of just giving you every X amount of birdies or every X amount of hole-in-ones, we'll give you some, a piece of clothing here or there. Of course, when you first download and install the Caddy app and log in, you'll have the option to receive some free Travis Matthew gear that your golfer can wear in-game. Same thing when you go to check in to the cabinet for the first time, you'll get another few exclusive Travis Matthew items your golfer can wear that you can show off while you're starting to play some of the games on the PGA Tour cabinet. If you've used the Golden Tee Caddy app before, it's very similar when it comes to clothing. As you can tell, my golfer's wearing some of the Travis Matthew gear. Here's some of the hats and other items that I have unlocked so far. Again, there's not as much out there because you're talking about 17 years of Golden Tee Live versus brand new Golden Tee PGA Tour. Jason Monaco, sorry, I'm just seeing your chats here now. After 2026, those Golden Tee Live games are not going to get new courses. You're talking about by the time 2026 rolls around, that's 24 years of support for Golden Tee Live, which is probably 4 or 5 times more than anything anybody's ever done in the industry before. So you're still going to have access to 120 plus courses at that point to continue to play on your game. As of right now, there's been no decision made as to when those games will go offline. I can't imagine that'll be anytime soon. You're just not going to get new courses or new features at that point. So taking a look at the clothing, same thing with the equipment. When you go into the equipment screen, it's going to look very similar to your old one in the GT Caddy, the Legacy Caddy as we're calling it. Your Build-A-Bags, as of last week, some of them have transferred over. It's one of those things that when IT made decisions based on the time of 2019, 2020, when we were building this game to come out in 2020, obviously the world through COVID and other pieces of technology and whatnot over the last couple of years has changed. So this was an instance where we said, hey, we'll transfer over any Build-A-Bags. Existing balls, Build-A-Balls, and club sets that you had from Golden Tee Live do not transfer over because, again, just like the clothing, those are all different in the PGA Tour game. So if you had existing Build-A-Balls or existing club sets from Golden Tee Live that you purchased throughout the years, you got what we call caddy coins, and that's something we'll go over here in a little bit. But you were given caddy coins that were more than what you're actually paying on the new caddy to get some of that equipment. So you can go through, and even though there is only 3 new balls for Golden Tee PGA Tour, they have the same attributes as existing golf balls in Golden Tee Live, so everyone's still in the same playing field. You can create a ball with the base effect of every single golf ball out there. GR2 is very similar, is identical to the Grabber. Breeze is the Stouts. Flush, I believe, is the... Oh, this one... I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. The Titans. And so then you go back into the existing golf balls from Golden Tee Live. So you can still use the attributes from the Rambler if you're a big fan of that golf ball, or the Barrage, or the original Grabbers, Snipers, whatever the case may be. You can go ahead and still build a ball based off of that. Another reason why the Build-A-Balls didn't transfer over is because the ball colors and designs, as well as the drive effects, have all changed for Golden Tee PGA Tour. So while it's disappointing to some people, this is still a new game, and so we had to kind of draw the line as to what we were going to port over from Golden Tee Live and what we were going to use as a new building point for the PGA Tour games going forward. Player wallet, very similar to before, although there's more breakdowns here. There is a standard balance, which is any cash you have in your account. There is caddy coins, and basically because of Apple and Google changes to the way funds work in your app, specifically in our instance, because we're not actually using these funds. They're not being redeemed to do something in the app. They're being redeemed to do something outside of the app. We had to go towards caddy coins. So you can't add player wallet funds through the caddies on Apple and Google anymore. You have to go to the GoldenTee.com website and log in with your same account and go ahead and add funds to your credit balance that way. The caddy coins can be purchased in the app, and those can be used to buy bags, they can buy balls, buy clothing items, etc. If you have a gift card, whether it's a gift card somebody bought you from, a generic Golden Tee gift card for your birthday, or even an operator gift card, you can go ahead and click Redeem Gift Card and put in the gift card ID here, and then those funds will then become a fourth icon up at the top here that says gift card balance, and then you can see, do you have generic gift card balance or specific operator balances for, let's say, Excel Entertainment or Power Vending or J&J, whatever the case may be. You can actually see a breakdown of the various balances you have per operator. And because once you redeem a gift card balance inside the app, that gift card is no longer usable, but when you swipe your player card or log in with the keypad on a Golden Tee Live game, you can actually still use those operator-specific funds. And a lot of the stuff we're going over is all, there's videos on youtube.com/GoldenTee, some of the walkthroughs that we've done before. You can go to GoldenTee.com to see a lot of that as well. Events, live play, none of this has really changed through previous differences from the app. Find a game now, you can break down on the app. So I am searching for PGA Tour games, and these are all the PGA Tour games. They're within the Chicagoland area, within 50 miles of where I am at here. But you can also search for Golden Tee, and we threw in Power Putt and Silver Strike. So, I saw somebody asked about Power Putt, if that has an app. It does not have an app, but you can use the PGA Tour Caddy app to find all the games, Silver Strike, Power Putt, Golden Tee, PGA Tour, across the board. Jason Monaco, PGA Tour Home Editions, probably not going to be available until late this year, if not early next year. Really just depends on supply chain and if we've actually gotten over that hurdle or not. Right now, we're still 12 or so weeks behind with home editions, with regular Golden Tee Live home editions. And so the time frame for PGA Tour home editions is not exactly finalized yet, as we wait to see demand and parts for that. And the Club Pass is something that's new specifically to the PGA Tour Caddy app. Really quickly before I get into this, I just want to answer Jerry Winters, do I need to do this now even though I don't have a PGA Tour game to play on? No, so you do not have to do this now, although I recommend it because you can still use both apps side by side. So any changes you make in Golden Tee PGA Tour will only be affecting your golfer on the Golden Tee PGA Tour cabinet. Anything you do in the GT Caddy will affect your golfer in Golden Tee Live because they are technically two separate systems, like I mentioned before. So any clothing, any clubs, anything you do here on PGA Tour will only take effect and show up in the Golden Tee PGA Tour game. Interesting, Daryl. Okay, thank you. I will report that as a bug ASAP, and we'll get that fixed. So you can use the number system to create a password on Livewire, but not on the new PGA Tour app. So that may be one of the issues that some of you guys come across, but we will go ahead and take care of that in due time. So Club Pass here. Club Pass is what I mentioned earlier about experience points. So for the longest time, Golden Tee experience points was just a tiebreaker, like a third tiebreaker in the instance that somebody tied score and grade shot points. And I can't think of too many instances where that actually happened. So what we did is with the Club Pass, it is now anytime you are checked into an online game, whether it's for prizes or just a glory contest, any 18-hole contest where you get those Golden Tee points, those will be converted into experience points that you can basically, you see that yellow bar there on the club pass, that will go up and down. And as you hit the end of those tiers, you can see I've already gotten to level 11 here. When I get to 27,500 experience points, I will unlock a new pair of pants. Now, the club pass, what you can buy is the premium version. So this is per season. So every year we'll have 3 to 4 seasons, which is new items to unlock, new courses, new tees. With PGA Tour 2021, it is just this one season pass here. But when you pay for the club pass, it's a one-time per season. You automatically unlock everything here on this right-hand side. So when I hit level 12, because I purchased the club pass for season 1, I unlock these pair of pants, and I will unlock this black and white jacket as part of the premium subscription, so to speak. Jerry Winters, I appreciate it. I'm just trying to do my best here. There's a lot of things going on. Lots of chaos between PGA Tour launch, getting ready for 2022 previews here in the next month, and of course the World Championship. So I appreciate everyone's patience with this. It's not easy. Not everyone is going to be satisfied with some of the decisions that we as a company make. But we do it based off of the information and data we have and what we think is best for the brand and the game moving forward. And just one of the things I wanted to point out, I don't think anybody asked here on the live stream, but Golden Tee course is still a major part, the biggest part of Golden Tee PGA Tour. Nothing changes with that. You're still going to get 7 Jim Z courses every year alongside 3 PGA Tour courses. So the name of the game is Golden Tee PGA Tour. So Golden Tee is still the big thing here with this game. But yes, I'm going to flip script here. I'm going to play a couple of videos as I get back into the PGA Tour game. I'll walk you guys through how to log in with the NFC Pass. Really quick, if you have an iPhone, and I apologize in advance, I'm not 100% sure for security reasons how much iOS will actually allow me to show, but on my iPhone 13 Pro Max, I double tap the lock button on the side twice, and it will ask for my Face ID, and then it will pull up the the Apple Wallet here. So you can see my Bank of Rewards card here. Don't worry, there's not much on it. You can't do anything with it, but what this allows is literally when I'm ready to log into the Golden Tee PGA Tour game, I double tap this button on my iPhone to pull up the wallet. I verify my face that it is me. I don't even have to choose the Golden Tee Pass. I literally can double tap, verify my Face ID, and instantly tap the phone on the NFC reader on the control panel, and the game and the wallet is smart enough to actually automatically pull that player card. And that's why we selected earlier the automatically select. Otherwise, you would have to go through this extra step. But let's be honest, I just want to get to the game and start playing. I want to, boom, here's my here's my Apple Wallet, throw my phone down on the deck, check in, and then move on. So I'm going to play a couple of videos here. Again, goldentee.com/locations to find a PGA Tour game near you. There's a couple hundred out there now, and we are getting more shipped out every day. So appreciate your patience in joining me here today on this Friday afternoon. But now let's take a look at the game, and let's play some TPC Sawgrass here soon. All right, friends, thank you. Don't mind the mess, by the way. We're doing some rearranging here in the Golden Tee Lounge. So we have a better, well, honestly, so I have an easier opportunity to bounce around from Golden Tee Live to Golden Tee PGA Tour. So, I'm going to switch things back over so you can see both. When you get to a PGA Tour cabinet, go ahead and hit that start button, select the number of golfers, go online. I'm going to just do regular golf. I'm going to do 18 holes here. I don't want to lose against anybody in a contest. And I'm going to go here to TPC Sawgrass. So when it comes to checking in, like I talked about before, you can go ahead and use NFC, which we'll walk through in a second, but you can also use the touchpad. Excuse me, the touchpad here. You don't even have to select any of these items. You can literally tap the touch screen and it will automatically pull it up here. So I'm going to put in my phone number here with my 4-digit PIN. Boom, it's going to pull up the People's Champ, my handicap, my other stats, and mixed tees. Here I can also pull out an NFC-enabled credit card and tap that on the reader to pay, or I could use Cash or Player Wallet. For this instance, I'm going to go ahead and cancel it because I want to walk you guys back through the NFC portion of the game. So again, you're just joining us here. Number of golfers, anything online. We're going to golf 18 holes here at Sawgrass, maybe 1 or 2 rounds. I've got an Apple iPhone. It's a newer iPhone. I'm going to double tap the button on the right-hand side, which is the lock. It's going to open. It's going to check for my face. It'll say, hold your phone near the reader. I literally just tap it. I don't have to choose the Golden Tee player card or anything from the player wallet. It just automatically does it. It's definitely an adjustment from what people are used to doing in the past. But let me tell you, as somebody who has dealt with the card printer that we use to print cards, as a player myself who over the years has cards that don't work anymore, this will ultimately be better in the long run. There's a chance that down the line, player cards may come back, but that probably may not be the case. We'll see how things go down the line, but ideally we want to just go ahead and move forward with the NFC device. Gordy, sorry about that. We'll walk through it here again. But now I just kind of want to show off TPC Sawgrass in all of its glory.
He's in a little trouble with this sand.
So one of the things that I've talked about beforehand and people are starting to bring up now as they're getting to a Golden Tee PGA Tour game near them. You know, these PGA Tour courses, they are a little bit easier than Golden Tee courses. And so what you have to understand from our standpoint and is, you know, I don't expect the Evan Gossets and the Andy Haas's and all these top guys, or even some of you joining me here today, to necessarily go out there and want to bang out, you know, 4 or 5 games a day of the TPC courses. But it is a different style of course from what Jim Zielinski has created over the last couple of years. It is something fun and different, but also for the people that are real golfers out there, they are going to not only just see the PGA Tour branding on this cabinet, on the side panels, and on the marquee, but once they see that they actually can play TPC Sawgrass or, you know, TPC Deer Run, you know, we believe that those guys are going to start playing more Golden Tee, and then they're going to realize there's more out there than just real golf. There's these fantasy courses that you can have a lot of fun with, and it's the best of both worlds. We know the current Golden Tee players out there that check in and track their stats and play with their buddies and all that. You know, they may not be in love with the more simplistic, in Golden Tee words, PGA Tour courses. Oh, could we hole out? That would be lovely. Oh, come on. Oh. My HDMI wants to be finicky here, so that's all right. Of course, it almost ends up in a hole-in-one, but that's all right. So, but the number of people that are going to come to this game, and that we're already seeing, by the way, you know, new players coming to this game because of, whew, thank you for that skip. didn't really pay attention to the water there, you know, is going to be a big deal, not just for you know, the operators that buy these games or the bars and restaurants that have them in there, but for all of us. The more players we have in the ecosystem of Golden Tee, the better for everybody. And I can tell you that as somebody who spent many years as a player before joining IT, almost, crazily enough, almost 5 years ago. And you definitely understand things a bit more when you're looking at both what's best for the community and also what's best for you know, the company. So I promise you that even if you don't care for the flat greens at TPC Sawgrass, you know, there is going to be more that comes to it. Gordy, I'll get to you in a second. Brian Vanek, so what is most likely happening where it says warehouse is a lot of these operators will set these games up, especially something brand new they've never seen before. They will set the games up. They'll build the TV stands. They'll put on the side panels. They'll register the game. But when you register the game, you need to have a location. And so what these guys don't want to do is say, hey, our local VFW is going to have a PGA Tour game, because that shows up on Find a Game. If the game's actually not on location yet, a lot of times, oh, come on. A lot of times these operators will put warehouse so people know that they're in the process of getting those games ready to put on location. We ran into an instance where one of the operators in Texas accidentally started registering the games the night before they placed them. So everybody went to these handful of locations in Texas thinking there was games and they weren't there. In those instances, there should be a phone number too that's listed in Find a Game that you can always call. And a lot of these operators are very open to just say, hey, yep, we're getting ready to place the game at Joe's Bar on, you know, Saturday morning, etc. Nice clubhouse at TPC Sawgrass, hole number 9 and 18 here. Probably not a clubhouse I will ever get into, or a lot of us, but it does look pretty good. And, you know, I've had this conversation with a few people, ask questions have come up, but our art team is barely scratching the surface with the graphics here on what they can do, not only with the PGA Tour courses, but also with the homegrown Jim Z courses. So there's a lot more to be said there, to be shown off. I did get a quick glimpse of the 2022 courses last week, while also testing some course bug fixes that the course team has been going after really hard. More about that later. But these new courses look amazing. The new TPC courses look amazing. The PGA Tour has been very happy so far with the response. Now it's just a matter of being able to build enough games to get out there and let people start playing. So you see how that bar is going up with the GT points. You see the white box, which is the free item I win, and then the red one is the premium that I purchased the club pass for, so I unlock more items.
Epic drive. That one stayed up a long time. That's a juicy line.
Also, you will hear some classics, but Jim Nance, all new commentary in PGA Tour game. Peter Jacobson just did record all new lines last year that will making their way into Golden Tee in a few months with the 2022 update. Extreme Gamer 29, favorite Golden Tee game or year? You know, it's really hard. I promise you, this is not just the quote-unquote corporate guy in me saying this. I really am excited, and I guess it doesn't really, it's hard because I see a lot of the stuff on the back end. I've worked with the PGA Tour on some of these courses. I'm working with Adam and Josh and other team members on some of the deals that are coming to us because of the PGA Tour partnership. So I've got to say, like, right now I'm really, really looking forward to PGA Tour and, again, just scratching the surface on everything. But when it comes down to my all-time favorite, I would have to say any year of the Golden Tee 3D Golf Series. I started playing those games when I was like 4 or 5 years old. And so those games always have a spot in my heart. At some point in the near future, when time allows, I think I may bring that game, the 3D golf game, in here and start doing some streaming, because I think that would be fun to show off the old school games a little bit more. Ricky Bobby, I can only imagine who that is. Good to see you, my friend. Right through the trees. One of the other things that's really cool too, it's kind of hard to show you while playing, but the PGA Tour courses, you can actually see every single hole on the course, and that's something with Golden Tee 2022 that will also be happening with the Golden Tee courses. So no longer are we just loading one hole and that's the world you live in. You're now going to see, you see it in the PGA Tour courses in 2021, and in 2022 you'll see it across the board. Everywhere, you know, if you go to TPC Sawgrass and are lucky enough to play that course, what you see there is what you're going to see here. Yes, Mr. Stewart, Mr. Stewart, I'm looking forward to seeing you in a few days here. I still can't believe or process that Worlds is 6 days away, I think. Starts next Thursday. I get out to Vegas next Wednesday. Going to be a long couple days, but it's going to be very well worth it for everybody in the end. Dustin Carr. Let's see. Any update on the Golden Tee Go? So I speak for probably everybody when I say, you know, how painful it has been to not have an update. What's also painful is that ball not wanting to drop in the cup. How painful it's been for all of us here at IT to not have an update for Golden Tee Go yet. It's hard to get into the minutia of everything, but there are a handful of reasons, both game decisions and, you know, bug fixes and other things, but also business decisions as to why we had to wait so long. I was shooting for the end of February, but of course with Worlds at the end of February, it kind of ties us up. But we are taking ITNet offline, the golf servers offline on Monday to prepare for the Golden Tee Go update. So by the end of next week, we're hoping to have the official green light, and players can start getting those update sticks, you know, very early March. Again, right past the hole. Tough, but this is TPC Sawgrass number 17. You know, they call it world's most famous hole in golf. It really is. I mean, it's beautiful. I've never seen it in person. Hopefully one day. And Dustin, again, I appreciate it. I know not everybody has been as kind, and I understand it when it comes to the patience. But I think it'll be well worth the wait. And then when it comes to actually brand new Golden Tee Go cabinets, those will really depend on whether or not we have enough supplies to meet the demand for all the different games that we're working on right now. Jason Monaco, so right now there's no price set for the home edition yet, but for commercial operators it is about $5,700. Also, I'm in test, so I had replay 18 hole on there, which is fine. All right, we'll play one more TPC Sawgrass before we get out of here. Again, I've got an iPhone. Double tap the lock button. I get the Apple Wallet to come up. It verifies my Face ID. I don't have to tap anything. I literally just tap the phone on the actual control panel itself. By the way, it took longer for me to do it than it does on here. Just kind of walking people through it. Jason Monaco, again, no, not a problem. Appreciate it. You know, I understand it from all sides. And so there'll be some growing pains along the way. Of course, there already have been. But it's, I think it'll be well worth it for people. Justin Carr, absolutely welcome. I think I already said something about that. Can we hole out to start? Nope? Okay. And we were too close for shot points. That's not surprising. Caesar, I don't know right now, even though COVID restrictions are being lifted, they're still very protective over office stuff. Even though we don't work on casino gaming, the company does, and so it gets very weird and wonky when it comes to restrictions to that kind of stuff. So I would say probably not anytime in the near future, but I'm sure we could work something out down the line. Damn it. Roll probably would have been too much there. But, man, there's nothing better than hitting a shot that you're like, well, will this go? And then it drops in the cup. Let's see if we can get something to hole out here. B-Furl69, coins have been sent out for players with previous Build-A-Bags. If you feel like you're missing something, feel free to reach out on the Golden Tee website and contact us. They'll take a look. There's an article that we put together on GoldenTee.com that talks about, what you get coins for and what you don't. I just had a thought. Let me take a picture of something really quick. Damn it. I'll know what I meant. And Brian Vanek, I appreciate it. It is a really cool time for Golden Tee. We just had a meeting with the PGA Tour a few weeks ago down at the PGA Merchandise Show, and they are really happy with everything going on. They're really excited. Even though the World Championship is coming up here, I thought that was totally missed. There's a lot of really big plans in the works, and honestly, I just need to find the time with our team to start working on some of this cool stuff. But when it comes to partnerships and everything, I know we always like to jokingly say coming soon and tease stuff. I really wish I could tell you about some of the stuff we've got going on, because it really is game-changing for everything we're doing with Golden Tee. Come on, another shot right next to the cup. Ugh. B-Furl, so if you go into the player wallet section of the Golden Tee PGA Tour Caddy app, there's a section in the balance that should say Caddy coins. You know what? Let's see. I'm gonna break out the old 5 hybrid here. Nope. Still terrible at chipping. Had a shot, though. John G, appreciate you tagging friends. Make sure you share in this. A lot of good coming from it. And once we get past World Championship, we'll definitely do a lot more of these as time allows. Again, it's not an excuse. There's just so much stuff going on. And it's all really exciting. It's just a matter of finding time to get through it all. Let's see if Super Spin can do me some luck here. Well, I'm going to break great shot point records here at the office, at least. We got that going on. Look at that.
Between the blocks is golfer 1.
All these years playing Golden Tee, and I'm still terrible at playing the wind. Oh, and that's the other thing that's tough too. I'm so used to Golden Tee fringes saving me, and with bad shots, PGA Tour courses, they're like, nope, this is sloped on down.
Teeing it up is golfer 1. Let's watch golfer 1 sitting on the fairway turf.
Oh, come on. Thought that had a chance.
What a short game, making it look easy.
Yeah, I would say, B-Furl, I would say check that article, make sure you fit the requirements. I'm sure you do, and then reach out. They'll get it taken care of for you one way or another.
Never in my wildest dreams, Jim. He's sitting pretty.
All right, we didn't have success before, so we're gonna break it out now. Oh, come on, I finally had the line with my chip and couldn't hit the damn thing hard enough. That's heartbreaking.
What an epic drive, Jake.
The wind's blowing hard to the left. Gotta aim right.
See if that actually... Well, it's a little bit better than I thought it would be.
Ready to go. It's off and on. That'll help the putts per 18 average.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I definitely have not been to as many Sox games, Caesar, as I'd want. It's been a while. All right, here. I'm going to hit a hole-in-one here really quick on this par 4. And by hole-in-one, I mean let's hope it doesn't go in the water. Yeah, no, John G., I appreciate that. You know, the everybody from the engineers to the mechanical engineers to the dev team, a lot of hard work went into this, and I think it really complements what the showpiece was for Golden Tee for so many years, and really just kind of evolves it to that and takes to that next step. Right now, the touchscreen is just used for... Oh, please don't go wet. Stop. Gently bounce. Oh, look at that. Woo! Thank you for having some side paneling there to stop me from getting wet. Really appreciate it. Sure, that was not intended from the tour, but that's all right. So as of right now, there is 8 spots officially in closest to the pin, but that number may go up, you know, as the week goes on, and you know, people's comfort with travel and people's family and work and personal situations come up. So we'll see what happens here. Blow left, 13-mile-an-hour wind. Nope, that's in the sand. Oh, stop. That chip probably should not have gone in, but I'm not going to complain. John G. So yeah, the right now the touchscreen is just used as a keypad, but in the future, there's going to be features like the bird's eye view button. We'll probably do something related to equipment where you don't even have to worry about going to the menu. You can literally just use the touchscreen to get in there. I'm sure the marketing guy in me, I'm telling you this, is probably, I'm sure we'll have exclusive gear that you can buy on there. You know, fun stuff like that. But the touchscreen, that's the nice thing about it, is we really can do whatever we want with it. And so the sky's the limit when it comes to, do we just let people use player customization for it? You know, do we throw in like a tie-in to the caddy? Or, hey, if you have the caddy, you know, sync it up here and unlock a free Travis Matthews shirt, etc. Appreciate that, Jason. Yeah, you know, I talking to a lot of players down at the PGA Merchandise Show earlier this month, and you know, the demand both commercially and for the home and clubhouses is really, it's probably higher than it has been for the Golden Tee regular home edition, and that has been massive over the last couple of years. Let's see, can I hole out Sawgrass 17 for the first time? Oh, come on. Thought we had a chance there. That's all right. All right. Ooh, I like this. We actually... We may drive Sawgrass 18 here. Let's see. Can we do it? Shit. Oh, come on. I was I was too worried about hitting the trees, but if I play my cards right... Oh, my God. I say if I play my cards right and then hit the world's worst chip. So instead of eagling Sawgrass 18, I miss the chip and I make a birdie putt. I can't really say too much on that. 24 under is still way, probably like 9 times better than I would ever hit in real life on that course. And by 9, I mean probably 29. So there is more TPC Sawgrass. we'll have more Golden Tee PGA Tour looks here. Hey, you know what? I have 18 hole on there. Play it again, just for you guys as I close. We will go ahead. Let's see if I can hit a hole in one here. I went too far out. That was a terrible shot. And so we'll have more videos coming on Monday before we get out of here and head to Las Vegas for Worlds. That, too, was also a bad shot. Thought it might have had a chance jumping in. But, so be absolutely no chance with the caddy coins, unfortunately. But you never know what may happen in the future. So thank you guys for joining me here in the Golden Tee Lounge. GoldenTee.com/locations to find a PGA Tour game near you. GoldenTee.com/PGA Tour Caddy to download the new caddy or search it on your Apple App Store and Google Play. And have a good weekend, everybody.